Hello. Hey, everybody. Wow. It's been a minute. It's always been a minute. Y'all already know I only come on here when I am led to come on here. But before I get into all of that, I am Dejana Harris, and I'm also known as the Unorthodox teacher. And for all of you who are new to my YouTube, new to the Instagram and everything, I basically let everybody know that I do not believe that I have obtained all the knowledge there is to know. I only speak on what I know and what God has imparted to me to speak on. And so today, I just wanted to come on here briefly just to talk a little bit about, hello, just to talk about the subject of heart posture. And so I had an interesting conversation with a really good friend of mine today. And a lot of good content, a lot of good conversation comes out of the conversations that I have with this particular young lady because she challenges me in ways that not many people are able to challenge me in. And she causes me to think, she causes me to introspect, and she causes me to really take a look at the bigger picture. And so, one of the things that I have been struggling with, and you guys will understand if you ever looked at or reviewed any of my previous videos, is that I'm very transparent when I get on my lives. I have my Instagram up here and my YouTube down here, so I'll be going back and forth. So, is that I'm very transparent. And one of the things I have been struggling with is that age, right? I am knocking on 40. And one of the things that was troubling me is I feel like I have not put my roots down deep enough in a place where I can confidently say that I am where I want to be in life. And when I say in life, I mean career wise. And so there are some things that are happening behind the scene that I'm not going to delve in tonight, but there are some things that are happening behind the scene that have me reflecting on my life story and the decisions that I've made. And my heart has been a little conflicted. And I've been trying to figure out, like, how do I keep a smile on my face? How do I keep the joy within and keep it moving, knowing that I may not be completely satisfied with where I am right now? And so, having this conversation with my dear sister, I come to the realization that whatever I have on the inside is what's going to come out. And so, it doesn't matter. Age does not matter. I have to throw that as far as the East is from the West. Age does not matter. When I think about Sarah in the Bible, when I think about Abraham, when I think about these people that were in the Bible where God did these miraculous things for them when they were old in age, like, age does not matter. God can do anything. It doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is our heart posture while God is doing it. While we are letting God work, what is our heart posture? When life is lifing, when we have so-called disappointments in life, how do we respond? Do I take accountability? Do I take responsibility? Do I cast the blame on other people? Do I say it wasn't my fault? Or do I take a look back and I understand, like, I made some decisions to put me in this place. It is not everybody else's fault. I need to take some responsibility. And I also need to understand that all things work together. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I made a mistake, that mistake is going to work together for my good because I am called according to his purpose and I love him. And so as we're having this conversation, I'm like, I need to guard my heart because this morning it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was laying there in my bed. It hit me like a ton of bricks, guys. I'm like, the enemy started to implant thoughts in my head. Like, you're about to be 40 years old. What do you have to show for it? And I was giving in to those thoughts for a minute. Like, what do I have to show for it? I have a family who loves me. I have beautiful children. I have a husband. We don't want for anything. Even in the midst of trials and tribulations, even in the midst of going through things, like, God has always shown up and showed out. Like, always. Never, ever have we ever been in a place where God has never, like, he's never been there. Like, he's always been there. That's what I have to show for it. We're not on the streets. We're not hungry. We have clothes on our backs. We're part of a ministry that loves and cares for us. We have people who call and check in on us. I have a sister who I was able to talk to this morning who was able to check me like I needed her to check me, hold me accountable. I have a lot to show for it. And she also told me, she said, there are people who are turning 40 who are realizing that they may have everything that they so-called wanted when they're turning 40, but realizing that it's really not what they wanted. And they're having to start all over. She said, look at this as an opportunity, as a newness, like as you're going into a new decade. It's a new opportunity to launch something new, to do something new, to try something new. She really challenged me to change not only my way of thinking, but to really like check my heart. And it caused me to ask God to create in me a clean heart, oh God. Just create in me a clean heart, oh God, a pure heart, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Above all else, guard my heart, because everything flows from it. Everything. So if I got doubt in my heart, if I have unforgiveness in my heart, if I have fear in my heart, if I have restlessness in my heart, if I have all these things in my heart, this is the type of thing that will come out when I'm trying to do anything. It's going to stunt my growth. It's going to keep me complacent. It's going to keep me from moving forward. So my whole reasoning for coming on here today is to ask you, when life is lifing, when life throws you a curveball, when you wake up in the morning and your feet hit the floor and you take a trip down memory lane and you're introspecting and you're looking over your life and you're just looking at what the day holds, what the week holds, what the month holds, and you realize that I am just not exactly right where I want to be in this point of time, how do you respond to it? Do you respond to it or do you react to it? Do you act out? Do you cry? Do you get angry? Do you get mad? What is your response? What is your reaction? What is your heart posture? Are you still grateful that you were even able to wake up? Are you grateful that your feet were still even able to hit the floor? Are you still grateful that you were even able to move the limbs on your body. And I say that for a reason, because I am in pain right now. And this is not to speak or to cast or project anything. This is the real God honest truth. Okay. I have been suffering with pain in my back for over 2 months, and nothing is relieving it. Not muscle relaxers, not ice packs, not heating packs, not injections from the doctors, not stretching. Nothing is helping. If anything, the pain and the stiffness is getting worse. But even with that, even if you are experiencing a physical ailment in your body, how are you responding to it? What is your heart posture to that physical ailment? What is your heart posture to you not being exactly where you want to be in life right now? What is your heart posture to those people who got their mouths on you? What is your heart posture towards the people that you work for that's not giving you the support or the guidance that you need? What is your heart posture towards those family members that have turned their backs on you, who constantly undermine you, who are constantly plotting and casting a trap for you to fall in? What is your heart posture towards all of that? This is something that I had to reflect on myself today, and what I've had to reflect on over the last few days. I know that greater is he who is within me, that is he who is in the world. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. I know that all things, the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly, always work for the good for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. I know that. I'm not talking about something that I've seen. I'm not talking about something that I've heard. I'm not talking about, something that, I witnessed somebody, talk about on a sermon. I'm talking about something that I have lived myself. This is experience. So this is the reason why I can have a conversation with my sister, and for her to remind me I had to stop for a second there. That's why I was able to have a conversation with my sister, and for her to remind me that everything is working out for my good. Before we got off the phone, it's like I got a fresh new wind. A fresh new wind is so important for you to know who is in your circle, who you're surrounded by. Like, it is so important for us to surround ourselves with people who encourage us, who lift us up, who sharpen us. When it says iron sharpens iron, if you ever notice, when you sharpen iron against iron, sparks fly because there's resistance. And sometimes it doesn't feel good when someone is sharpening you, but it's necessary. It was necessary for my sister to check me this morning. It was necessary. And because she checked me, and because she reminded me that all things work together for the good, I now have changed my heart posture. My heart posture is a pure heart, a steadfast spirit, because the way our heart is postured, it influences our thoughts, our actions, and our interactions with others. If I want my situation to change, if I want the trajectory of my life to be different, then I can't allow my circumstances, my situations, my disappointments, the setbacks, or any of those things to change the way my heart posture is, regardless of who or what anybody says or does to me. I just can't allow it. So I challenge you to do the same. When I come on here to be transparent, to just have a conversation. It's more like a monologue though, because I see people saying hello and um, you know, in the thread and everything, but I come on here to have a real conversation because a lot of times what we see now is it's like a put on, like everybody expects for you to have it together. Like they don't expect, for you to be going, like for you to go through anything. Like, oh, you're a Christian. You should have it all together. Like you shouldn't be making these mistakes, or you shouldn't have these type of thoughts, or you shouldn't have. Let me tell you something. Yes, Holy Spirit lives on the inside of me, but you see this right here? This right here is still flesh. I feed my spirit every day with the word of God. I meditate on his word. That's the reason why I don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. That's why I'm able to overcome my flesh. Doesn't mean that I don't have fleshly thoughts. That means I don't act on them. Doesn't mean that I don't struggle. Doesn't mean that I don't have challenges. And that's why I feel like we need to be more transparent and be more authentic when it comes to this walk and this journey with Christ. It is not peaches and cream. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not all honey on biscuits. Like just think of your favorite food. It tastes so delicious. It's not that all the time. Like we have struggles, but that's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who are like faith, who believe like you believe, who will sharpen you and who will check you, who will hold you accountable, and will make sure that your heart is postured in the right way. It says, having a pure, steadfast, and righteous heart before God is key. Now, how do you have that? By meditating on his word every day and having people that surround you that will check you. So, like I said, I didn't come on here to stay very long. This is 20 minutes. I'm coming up on 20 minutes. That was my goal, was 20 minutes or less. I just wanted to encourage you that whatever it is that you are going through, no one said that it was going to be easy. No one said that. If they told you it was going to be easy, I challenge you to challenge that, because it's not going to be easy. It's not easy, but it will make it a lot less stressful if you continue to fill yourself with the things of God and have those that believe in him around you to nurture you, to sharpen you, and to hold you accountable. But you have to be willing, you have to be open to that. A lot of people don't like to be checked. They don't like to be corrected. They don't like to be, just don't like to be checked. Check your heart posture. Check your heart posture. How are you handling it in that thing? How are you handling that thing? Because that will determine whether God is going to be able to trust you with more, or trust you on that next level with greater, with more. Let me tell you, this is not going to last always. This is a season. It's a season. This too shall pass. So that's all I have for you. I'm at 20 minutes. I'm about to get about this thing. Like I said, I only come when I'm pushed or I'm pressed or it's for me to come on here. So that's all I have for you. I love you guys. This is Dejana Harris. I am your unorthodox teacher. Bless you all. I'm out.